Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of New Bern where an early morning house fire thankfully did not claim any human lives. New Bern officials say fire crews were called to the house on fire in the 300 block of Rennie's Creek Drive at around 5:30 a.m. this morning. Now, officials say everyone made it out of the home safely, but one dog was injured and another dog is missing at this time. Unfortunately, the home is a total loss, but no other houses nearby were impacted by the fire. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Now, we also want to highlight a chase suspect that turned themselves in over the weekend in Kinston. Kinston police say that officers tried to stop a car on Harvey Street at around 10:15 p.m. on Friday. They said the driver did not pull over. The driver, identified as 53-year-old Timothy Smith, took officers on a chase, going over 80 miles an hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone on Vernon Avenue, according to warrants. Now, Smith stopped the car on Rosedale Avenue, where he got out of the car and ran. Officers say Smith turned himself in at the Kinston Police Department around 12:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Smith has been charged with the following: felony flee to elude, reckless driving, resisting a public officer, and driving while license revoked, along with additional motor vehicle violations. Now, Smith was also served with an unrelated order for arrest. Smith's vehicle was seized under North Carolina state law. He was booked into the Lenoir County Jail under a $20,000 bond. And now we want to turn our attention to the jewelry heist in Paris at the Louvre, where two suspects were arrested over the weekend. NBC's Ralph Sanchez has more.
Finally, a break in the Louvre jewel heist investigation. French police arresting two suspects on Saturday night. They say one of them was arrested at Charles de Gaulle Airport here in Paris, trying to flee the country for Algeria. A French police union spokesman tells us both of the suspects are in their early 30s, that they are known criminals with a history of robbing jewelry stores, and that they were tracked down using DNA recovered from the scene here at the Louvre. At this point, though, no sign of the $102 million worth of French crown jewels that were stolen from the Apollo Gallery. And we don't know whether these two suspects are the ones who actually went into the museum, but there were 4 members of the robbery gang itself, and police suspect that they were part of a larger network. Now, the big fear here is that these crown jewels may already have been chopped to pieces, but authorities are saying they are encouraged. The fact that these two men were arrested here in Paris may mean that the crown jewels are still here in the French capital. Ralph Sanchez, NBC News, Paris.
Thank you very much, Raf, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast. And again, all eyes on Hurricane Melissa, as it is a Category 5 hurricane bearing down on Jamaica in the tropics. You can see Jamaica just to the north of Melissa. Right now, maximum sustained winds 160 miles an hour with gusts up to 195 miles an hour. Pressure is at 913 millibars. Our next update is coming at 11 a.m. Now, the system itself is moving west at about 3 miles an hour, and the track has it moving over Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane, then progressing over the southeastern end of Cuba as a Category 3 hurricane before continuing his path out towards Bermuda as either a Category 2 or a Category 1 hurricane. That puts the system about 600 miles off of our coast at its closest, which could force some wave energy along our beaches, but right now does not look like there's going to be enough time to really get that wave energy going. So beach erosion, while an issue, isn't going to be quite as bad as it could have been if Melissa decides to slow down on its way to Bermuda. That would again extend our beach erosion headaches throughout eastern North Carolina's coastline. For today, we do already have a coastal flood advisory up for the entirety of the Outer Banks, along with down east Carteret County, southern Craven County, Pamlico, and Beaufort counties. We also have a coastal flood warning up for the entirety of the Outer Banks. As winds are going to be breezy today. We've got a coastal low that, well, not a coastal low just yet, a low pressure system that is heading towards the coast that will again be classified as a coastal low by the time we reach tomorrow. But right now, the bulk of the rain showers actually still sitting further back towards the west across Tennessee, Georgia, the western half of our state, and even South Carolina. We're going to be seeing all of that rain move across the east at times over the next 2 days, but for the next few hours, we're actually going to be relatively dry. There will be a few spot showers coming down here and there, but again, we're looking at heavier rain showing up this afternoon and this evening than what we're going to be experiencing as we head towards lunchtime today. Right now, we've got 55 degrees in Washington, comes with a north-northeasterly wind at 5 miles an hour. Air temperatures across the board range between the mid-60s in Hatteras all the way to the low 50s right now in Roanoke Rapids. But air temperatures aren't really going to be the attention grabber this morning. It's more likely going to be the rain and the wind that you're going to notice as you step out your door. I do want to say good morning to Billy George from Emerald Isle. Hopefully you're enjoying the cloudy and gloomy weather we've got throughout the east. We will be seeing more sunshine by the time we get to this upcoming weekend. But between now and then, we've got kind of 2 rounds of rain to get through, and this first round is going to take at least 2 days to get it fully off of our coast and out of the east. Here you can see that low finally pulling its way out of the area as we head into your Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We will still have some lingering showers around the east early Wednesday, but you look further back towards the west and, oh, of course, there it is again, another area of low pressure. Now, to be fair, we do need these raindrops, and the fact that these raindrops are coming in a fairly mild pattern is certainly good news for us. But again, it's not going to do anybody any favors if you've got anything happening over the evening hours. Say you've got, soccer practice or maybe going out to run some errands. This is again going to be a week where you're going to want to have at least a light rain jacket, if not an umbrella handy, because there will be rain showers coming down. Again, afternoon to evening, we'll see more widespread light to moderate rain showers throughout the area. Those will lighten up as we head into Tuesday morning, but there will still be some light showers around, and we get into your Tuesday afternoon to Tuesday evening. Again, rain kind of filling back in over eastern North Carolina. We'll see another break coming up early Wednesday morning across most inland areas. A lot of those showers you saw at 3 a.m., those are going to be pulling their way out towards the coast by the time we reach Wednesday at around sunrise. And then from there, we got another full system rolling overhead late Wednesday into Thursday. But the good news is that system should have enough forward movement to carry it all the way out into the Atlantic, leaving us with a dry and sunnier forecast for Halloween. 65 degrees for your Halloween daytime high, but it's your overnight low that you should pay attention to. 42 degrees will be a chilly one. Make sure those kids have either a blanket or maybe a jacket to wear along with their costume. That way they can stay out trick-or-treating a little bit longer. Do also want to highlight the fact that coming up this Sunday, we are throwing the clocks back an hour, gaining an hour of sleep, or at least I hope everybody gets to gain an hour of sleep. Air temperatures will be on the rise over the weekend, going from 62 degrees on Saturday to 67 by Sunday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Monday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.